Welcome back, fam, to another episode of Shay and Meek. For real. So today, guys, we are going to be enjoying some sushi. I have some fried spring rolls, some crab wontons, and y'all, I can't remember what rolls I got because they're new. I don't even think I meant to get this one, but we're just gonna have to eat it today.
That one looks sick.
Shay got two Godzilla rolls. I know that they both basically have like a spicy tuna on the inside. This one's topped with tuna. This one looks like it's topped with salmon, which leads me to believe that I probably didn't read when I was ordering it because I typically don't like the salmon. But we're gonna try it today. Shay, what we doing? What we gonna be talking about?
And today we're gonna be talking about societal pressures. So basically what that means is pressures that people have based on society.
Yep. So guys, if you have been here before, welcome back. If you have not been, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and leave us comments down below if we missed something or if there's something that you guys would like for us to talk about. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and get into this food. I'm gonna try the wonton first. That way, it's make sure you got the right sauce too.
It is. It's soy sauce.
Okay, yeah, that's my sauce for the spring
So
rolls.
I don't know if Tamika says, but we got our food from Tsunami. Do it still taste the same?
I don't like the sauce.
In the inside? Oh,
Tastes
that
the same to
sauce.
me. I don't
Let
like
me
them.
try that piece.
Now, if that was her, y'all, she would have told me no. But I ain't like that. I don't like the sauce. It's probably the sauce from it.
It still ain't the same. I will not be ordering that again. It's like mayonnaise.
I like them. Let me try this one first because this is the one that scared me. Come on out with the chopsticks, don't poke my eye out. Oh, I do remember what it got crab in it. That's why I got it.
Pause.
So for me, y'all, this roll is not bad. I like the spicy mayo on it, and I like whatever it's topped with. I'm just not a fan of the texture of salmon. Let me not
We say
anyone.
salmon with an L. I noticed
Apparently we're saying it
a lot
wrong.
of people say the L is silent and it's like salmon. It's salmon.
It's not. We say it wrong, and it's okay because I'm gonna keep saying salmon with an L. Nobody tell the English language to be that complicated.
Right.
Now, I'm just not a fan of the texture of salmon. Now I love me some tuna, but the salmon is just like fishy to me. What you looking at?
What is that?
I don't know. Spicy mayo. Look like.
Mm-hmm. Y'all never order sushi takeout. It's never right. Never right.
I tell you what is right. These spring rolls.
You don't get me no spring rolls.
You don't eat them.
You don't eat. I've been talking about spring rolls for a hot minute now. I want to try them. No, not my own.
You don't want to try it. I'm not gonna buy you it for you to not like it. Today is not the day to be experimenting. For you, I can experiment. Because I typically eat stuff. You can't experiment because you don't like to eat stuff. Anyway, y'all. Societal. What did we say we was calling this?
Pressures.
And
this conversation came up because I don't know if we're at a age in our life where
I'm gonna have to clean my table. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I ain't even got my glasses on. A little pink and green. But I don't know if it's because, at certain ages you experience certain stuff and you start to see it all over the place because it pertains to you. But I think we had a conversation about this not too long ago, and I had a conversation about it with some of my friends a couple months back. And we just thought it'd be a good thing to share it with you guys and get you guys' opinion and take on it, and let you guys hear what we think about it. And you gonna kick it off?
You want me to go first? Yeah. So the one that I see that floats around a lot is marriage. Like, especially with women feeling pressured to get married by a certain age. Like, oh, if I'm not married by 30, or oh, if I'm not married by such and such age, then I failed as a woman. And I just disagree with that. I feel like because marriage is so serious and so sacred, that is definitely something that needs to be thought out and something that you really need to be prepared for before you dig into it. You and your partner both need to be ready before you get married. And you could be 35, 40 before you get married, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, as long as...
I'm surprised you said that, because you always talk about you don't want to be 40 and just get married.
I don't want to be. And depending on the relationship that I'm in, I feel like if it's too long, I don't want to just be in a relationship for a long period of time, no, because then I'm going to feel like it's just not moving in that direction for whatever reason. But I'm not going to be pressured to be in one because society says so, or society says you have to be married by a certain age.
Okay. Maybe I misunderstood you. But that's another thing, like, what gets me is that I feel like you said, marriage is the thing that both people need to make sure they're committed to. Is that it's a marriage, as much as we want to make it about love, it's not about love.
It's not all about love.
It's not all about love. It's a contractual agreement, from health to finances, ownership, parenting, everything. It is a...
Y'all can't see that.
It is it's a contractual agreement. So, by law, I don't care how much you love a person, how much you in love with a person, what's in that agreement? What does the default agreement means? So nobody wants to think about what if, but there's always a day when there's a what if and a but. So whether it's good or bad. But another thing that, with I come across a lot with people approaching their 30s is that I'm not in my 30s yet, but approaching their 30s or in your mid 30s.
I am tired of Shay. I'm tired of her. Okay? She is 29. Her birthday is in a few months. She's 30. Round it up.
We don't round up.
She been saying, oh my God. I've been letting her get away with this for weeks, y'all. Shay is 30. I'm not in my 30s.
I kept saying it because I wanted to see when.
Yes, you are. I'm breaking. I don't like how this sushi is sticking. They making me mad.
You're just mad because I'm younger than her.
I don't give a damn. Because if you ask them who looks the oldest, guess who they gonna say?
I don't look the oldest. I just.
No, you look the oldest, and it's okay.
I just add the oldest. But anyway, we off topic. Trying to make this under 20-minute video. Is that you need to buy a house, and that's my profession. If you don't know, I'm in the real estate field, and I get a lot of people. I always like to ask why someone is looking to being a first-time home buyer. That way I can get a better understanding for my client, what their needs may be, what their goals are, short-term, long-term, and just to be able to establish a relationship and probably a long-term relationship and have repeated business by understanding what their main objectives are up front. So my cousins bought a house, and everyone is telling me it's about time for me to get a house because I'm the oldest, or because it makes sense. And I'm like, are you comfortable with paying the rent that you're paying? Are you okay with it going up every so often? Do you like the peace of mind of not having to make the repairs yourself? I mean, just because you see everyone else posting it on Facebook and everyone else doing it that's in a similar age group does not mean you have to do it. So if they're making that 15 to 30 year commitment, it's a serious thing. So don't feel pressure. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's all I gotta say. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
And just make sure you're planning accordingly.
Right.
Plan for it, but it don't feel like society is saying you have to have it done by such and such time.
If it makes sense to you, okay.
Shay works with, most of her clients are 50 and older, and they're buying their first house. It's okay. It's okay to not have a house by the time you're 25 or not have a house by the time you're 30. That's what we're saying. Don't let society pressure you.
Right.
I think the next thing that I have that I was talking to Shay about was just us as women not feeling like we have to keep up with the status quo as far as how we present ourselves, and more importantly, how we present ourselves as mothers. I feel like a lot of moms feel pressured to not want to say, hey, I need a break from my kids, or to, dress your children a certain way, or have them, operate a certain way or look a certain way, when it's just, it's not that it's not that important. Yes, you want your children to be presentable, nice looking, be well behaved or whatever, but buying all of the Jordans and if that's what floats your boat, that's what floats your boat. I'm just saying, if you can't afford it, don't break your neck, or don't go, feeling down on yourself because you can't allow these things for your children. Because at the end of the day, children, they ain't really thinking about that stuff until you start to put that in their heads that that's what they need or that's what they want. I think that's pretty much it. Just don't allow society, these celebrities or even your friends who may, you never know what they got going on. They could be paying $27 in rent so they can afford Jordans for the whole family. No shade. I'm just saying, don't look at the next person's life to compare yours to and try to keep up with, the Joneses, as the old folks used to say. Just don't let yourself feel that pressure. If you need a break, say you need a break. If you need to go in the room for a little while, go in the room.
That's big. I think as mothers, especially single mothers, single parent mothers, they don't like to admit that they need a break. And I can really say me and my brother coming up, we stayed out of our mama hair because she was a single parent for majority of our childhood. Um, we understood certain stuff, so we try to.
I didn't care for neither one of those.
You didn't?
Not really.
We stayed out of her way a little bit, but I still know she needed a break. Um,
The inside of this one is good though.
yeah, we understood that she needed a break, and even though she didn't say it because I don't know, she didn't want to feel guilty about it, or she didn't want.
We feel guilty.
You don't want the deadbeat dad to. You want to make it seem like you got everything under control, like you can handle it. You don't need no help. When really, you just need a mental break. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a good one, babe. That's really a good one.
Because I've struggled with that. Like I struggled with it very early on, with just not like feeling embarrassed. With people be like, "Well, you had the kid," and that all of that does stem from our parents. Sometimes, like they just because they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like our parents did it. They took care of us. They didn't ask for breaks. They just pushed on through. They feel like we should be able to do the same thing. But because of these pressures from society, we just happen to see things a lot differently now, and that causes additional anxiety, depression, and things like that, because it's like I'm struggling. I need to get out of this house. Like I'm tired, or I'm tired of parenting. I'm tired of being this person. I want to be such and such and such. And that's not selfish. Like I feel like it's okay to say like I just need a break.
Yeah. And my last thought is parents pressuring their kids. Oh, I think I spit.
I hope not on me.
No, I was on the floor, but I don't even think it got on camera because
my elbow in the way.
But parents pressuring kids.
So weird.
I think that if you come from a family of heavy hitters, that could put a lot of pressure on the kid that does not have the same interests as the family. They do not want to fall in the family line, such as military is a big thing. Military is like a generational thing. Mm-hmm. And some people just don't want to go to the military, or being in the political office in some form of fashion, being involved in politics. Some people just don't want to do that. Being active in sports. Some people just don't want to do that. Some kids just don't want to do that. So I do feel like parents should let their kids define themselves. Me and Tamika had this conversation all the time that a lot of celebrities, a lot of these super athletes are who they are because their parents pushed them to do that at a young age. Maybe when they didn't even care for the sport, they just kept doing it because the skill was taught and they were good at the skill. And some of them natural born athletes, but some of them are just skilled. And that made them a lot of money, but they not necessarily happy. I would like to put my child in certain stuff to keep them active for health reasons, but I want them to be able to find their own path. Mm-hmm. And if they don't, it's okay for me to influence them, give them ideas, show them what I do for a living. And I think this is very important because my brother, we're like 6 years apart, and he moved with me when he was 18 and right after high school, and he knew he didn't want to go to college. I'm like, cool, don't waste my money, don't waste your mama money, cool, we ain't got to worry about that because I wasted my time in college. So learn from me. He didn't want to do the college thing. But we had a conversation after about year and a half, 2 years of him being with me. He was just like, I feel like I don't know what my purpose is. And it hit me so hard because it's like, dude, you're only 20. You're not going to have it all figured out. I think that's it. And I'm glad he was able to express that to me so I can know how to communicate with him going forward. Because I feel like I do put a lot of pressure on him, and it's not because I just want him to have more. We've been dealt the hand we was dealt, and I just want to make it better for him. Because he's the only brother I have. We all we got. But I'm glad he was able to open up as a young man, so he can understand that he doesn't have to have it all figured out. He doesn't have to go around down the same path his sister went down. Just take what you can from me or whoever and expand on that. That's all.
Okay.
I thought you had another one.
I don't. I don't have another one. And if I did, I would have forgot by now.
But don't try to measure up or try to, and I'm guilty of it as well. I think when I first started real estate,
you still do it.
I still do it sometimes.
You still do it.
Well,
I mean, it's just it's human nature. Like, we understand it's human nature. We say these things because these are also things that we realize within ourselves that we, just like Shay brought up earlier, she was surprised that I said what I said as far as being married, because we've had those types of conversations. But it's as you talk about it more, you start to realize that society is what is making you or influencing you to feel like it has to be done
right
by a certain time.
Right.
So we're just saying, even though we're human, we still live these things, we still have these sort of issues and things that we have to work out within ourselves, but just work them out. Like, don't feel like you're pressured, like you have to have something done by a certain time. Like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You don't. You really don't. Yeah, I think I've gotten better though. You know, she always gonna say otherwise, but I think I've gotten better. You know, I used to hate getting on Facebook and just seeing people having, you know, other agents having closing after closing. I'm just like, well, dang, like, bro, like, what am I doing? I'm sitting here doing what they telling me to do, and I just like, stop, just stop. I
do it right now with YouTube. Like, I expect it to happen overnight. Like, I want to wake up in the morning and I want to have hit my goal for YouTube so that I can start making money from it. It's fun, but I would like to get paid to eat food.
I really accomplished something today. So try that. But we're going to wrap this video up. I don't know how long we've been up here talking.
Y'all, it is safe to say we did not really enjoy our food today. Sorry. We had plans to do sushi on Valentine's Day. I'm kind of glad we did this beforehand, because I don't think we're going to do that.
I don't think it's going to work. This is like our fourth time taking out since coronavirus.
For sushi.
And it just...
sounds like we're going to be eating bad daddies.
I don't want that though.
We haven't decided. That's off subject, but I'm sorry we didn't eat more, but it was really just not super enjoyable this time. And it hasn't been for a while, but we tried. So
if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn your notification bell on. Leave the comments below. Tell us, what do you feel pressured by society? I think that's all I got to say. I've been trying to get this closing right.
All right, guys. I think you did a good job. Yeah. Till next time, fam.
All right, fam. Peace.
Peace.